Welcome to the next installment of Rebel Restoration's Santa Fe Super Chief. This is old. This is like a 2002, 2003, I think. Sorry, I dropped my air filter. Yeah, like 2002, 2003 is when these came out. This is an old boy. This has been sitting in storage for a hot minute. It looks relatively complete, but I do not know yet, and we shall find out here later in the video. So, quite dusty. Some fading, but I don't see an abhorrent amount of oxidation and the discoloring that comes from long-term UV exposure. Oh my god, my hair is absolutely dreadful. Yeah. It looks like it's all there. It's had some mileage on it, but I don't know its history quite yet. My friend Scott brought it to me a couple of weeks ago. Still has good magnets. So we are gonna go through the process of bringing this boy back to life. Alrighty. What we have on the bench today is all of that, plus this. Let's take a look at Santa Fe Super Chief. The sticker placement for Santa Fe is less optimal. It passes from this 1x12 up to this plate up here. I'm going to try to fix that. If I see more oxidation in the adventures for I may put it into some hydrogen peroxide solution. Doors, it's just dusty. I see a lot of dust, but thankfully, due to one of my new favorite purchases, I have this. This is a Wolfbox air duster. It is a 60, a MegaFlow 60. I saw this on a video. Whew, yeah. 3 different speed settings. Quite effective. Love it. Been blowing stuff out all over the shop. It allows me to clean the mock really well, my workstation after I'm done, my hair if I get really dusty. This is quite awesome. I love this thing. So that gives us an opportunity to do some quick blowing, to just kind of, I might put this thing in my ultrasonic cleaner. I don't want to compromise the integrity of any of the stickers. So if I don't have to, I will clean those by hand. Nice little layer of dust along the top. Other than that, really good condition. I'm going to pull the build instructions up on my tablet and we'll see if there's anything missing. Stay tuned. Chrome. Choo-choo. This is in really good shape. There appears to be some light bluish gray pieces that have been replaced. Sorry, some dark bluish gray pieces that have been replaced with old light gray alternatives. So the building instructions show dark bluish gray on the back panel, on the back door, and these were light bluish gray. So a little bit to redo here, but not a lot, as you can see. So I have a decent supply of this collection, of this era of brick, in my personal stash. So we can look and see.
Humming for the unknown dream. Super Chief, roll on west. Santa Fe star in your Sunday best. From the lakeside winds to the desert sky. Super Chief, let that freedom fly. dressed white clothes, red cap waves, then the skyline's gone. Just the prairie grass and that rolling song. Super cheap, roll on west, Santa Fe star in your Sunday best. From the wheat field dust to the canyon high, super cheap, let that freedom fly. Oh my! Soon it drums painted on the dining car.
There is some gack in this hole, these two steps here. So I'm going to use a couple of cleaning swabs and we'll clean that up. But right now we're trying to just get off all the topical. It's a little bit of schmoo right here too. The inside looks pretty good. I don't see a lot of spillage, a lot of food-based play, in other words. My time at the local Bricks and Minifigs would teach you a lot about the Lego that people play with and how doity it gets. The patterns of play are very, very interesting, to say the least. Looks like that goes in right here. We have 2 bars. We'll take these boys off just for now. And then we've got another 1x brick that is probably actually not in here. Oh, there it is. Huzzah! There's both of them actually. We can do. Boop. Oh. You see that? I got a broken one. Yeah. Correct. So we're going to replace this one. A replacement has been found for this. They are relatively equal in color tone. Maybe slightly more aged. And I think this will work just fine. But that crack, pretty bad. Won't be using that. You see that? In contrast with the other pieces around it, I already don't like it. We're gonna find another one. There we go. Here's another one. Let's incorporate this and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's already orders of magnitude better. So, we button that up. Yep. Looks just like the gods intended. This side's still in real good condition. Just the sticker placement. Ugh. Amateurs. We've got plenty of line brick. All in the period color. So, oh, I see what I did wrong. Now, let's take a look at the instructions and tell us that arrangement. It's 4-6-6. So, 4 1x4 plates are at the front of the cab, and then 6x plates bring up the rear for that. And step 14, it says there should be these scaling bars in this direction. So we'll flip these down. This red's a rarer color, most definitely. So we'll flip these down. Still a pretty good snap on these. Some of these are a little loose, but they definitely have a lot of lateral friction. So I don't think they're gonna pop out super easy. The engine car looks complete. It's built in that orientation. Boom. Yeah, I got a little shmoo in the railing there. The front stickers look really good. I really enjoy this. This is always a good one. I've got a couple of regulars that used to come into Bricks and Minifigs and were big train guys. Oh, go flip that around. There, better. You have been made better. One of my favorite Stargate episodes. Yeah. And light car, the nose lights. This is gonna be fun, man. I'm gonna see if I can find a battery and turn it on. It'd be cool. Okay. Well, we're gonna build the rear. We're gonna build the rear train car in this step. Actually, we're gonna build the front. No, this is the rear. I'm gonna magnets intact. Yep. Yeah, that looks like that's already done. Just a little dirty. For this step, we're gonna have to put together the front car. It's already missing a number of plates, so these are supplied from my original collection, and we're gonna get these boys popped on here, and we're gonna need some 6s. Yep, back to the bin. I don't know if I like that. You see that color difference? Let's see if I can find some a little better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Just that top plate. Let's look at that pattern. Yeah, well, I'll change that out. That's better. Boy, we'll snap. Clean off this area a little bit. I really like getting up and close with this one. Really show you how dirty it is. See, you see some more schmutz in the wheels there. It's okay. We're on our way to it looking much better. Rear wheels are on. Okay. Oh. This is a different top. So black 4x snot brick instead of a light bluish gray one. Yeah. Let's see here. This is the wrong... Oh, no, no, it's not. Okay. We are already missing some pieces. We've hit somewhat of a roadblock. In the packaging, it shows a build without the motor car and then with the motor car. But this undercarriage ballast, I don't know what it's called. I'm not the train guy. I will summon him in the comments. Undoubtedly. Shows instructions on this, because you can add 10062 or 20 to 5300, which is this motorized cassette right here. So we can go boop, and then we can go on either side according to that. Okay, so this becomes the new rear assembly. So we'll take that off. Put this on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. I'm alive. I'm alive. So with the cord inserted, it looks like the first half of the instructions are building it unmotorized and unilluminated, and then in the latter half of the instructions it shows you how to add motors and lights. So those are in. Now let's go back up to see if I have what we need for the front car. It doesn't look like the front car module changes, so we'll go back far enough to here. Okay. Okay. So we'll do this, undo all this that I just did. Okay. Looks like we need a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Nope, that's a 10. Okay, we need a black 2x10. I intermittently have to go to my bin and find some pieces that are missing. So it's not a completed set, but from the history that I was told, it has moved quite a few times. So we will do what we can. That is we have one of those. I think I have a few of those though. So we'll go looking for more of these 2x2 round bricks. So it looks like I don't have an old gray of these 2x2 rounds. So I'm going to put in a temporary placeholder that is an absolutely obscene color. This lime green will do just fine. To let me know that I will need to go and fetch said piece that is missing. So definitely doesn't look normal. So this is going to tell me that, yeah, you need to go and fix that. You're not done yet. Okay, so step 4 has got it mounted under there. We'll do a 1x6 along the back. And then a 1x4 to button up this front. Okay, and then le magnet goes back on. See, this is what shows me that it's had a lot of play, a lot of plastic. Around the shank there, so it's been spun a lot. Yep. Old Lego stamps are in there. Yep. Okay. That was light bluish gray 1x6. That didn't belong there. We do have both horns. These are coveted. This piece will need a good brushing. Okay, so then we're gonna need a 2x2 and some 1x4s. So, you see the let's see what looks better to the original color. So, we're already gonna omit that one because these match way better. Then, boom. And we're coming along. Yeah. We're gonna do a little work on the back end here before we continue. So. We need a 1x6 back here to bind the rear door. Hey, hey, hey. That's looking a lot better. That looks a lot better. Save for the obvious missing pieces. We'll give it a soap. We'll give it a soapy rag bath. Maybe just some warm water. Yeah. So, do you see the problem with this one? It's not the fact that these are all the wrong piece. It's all the wrong color. This is LBG. This is OG. So, labels. I'm not sure. Is that something that they did? Is that... I don't know. Doesn't look right to me. And that's the wrong color too. This has it listed as old gray. So, I mean, we can put it back the way we got it. But to my knowledge, these pieces are all these pieces. It has some of these in it along the middle 4x section. It has these pieces on it. I have one in old gray. Off to a good start. Nope. I probably have the resources to put this back in its original permutation, but we're going to go to the Lego store later. Want to go visit Bricks and Minifigs. Always my favorite. Ugh. Yeah, this has been detached for a while. You see how yucky that is? Goodbye. Okay, I think I've reached a stopping point. But other than the absent fuel tank, which is not in original gray, it is in new light bluish gray, which wasn't in production at the time. This should also be in old gray. So there's a few pieces I'm going to go down to the local Bricks and Minifigs to find. I might have a few of these, but I've got to dig out some. The stickers appear to be original and in good condition, but they're on the wrong color piece. So, I don't know. I am not sure. I will have to ask its owner about it. Also, we have another coupler that I'm not sure where it goes to. So I need to reread this and see if I've done something wrong. I don't think I have. But we are on our way to getting this boy back on the freeway. Back running. But we are on our way to getting the Santa Fe Super Chief back on its way. The interior is pretty classic. Nothing really. I love that printed dashboard piece. Yeah, love that. So, and then you got gauges on the back there. Yeah, looks good. These are also going to have to change. These are actually in light bluish gray as well. So I think, not in light bluish gray, but the OG gray, I don't know, stone gray was it? I don't remember the official name. I think it was just gray. Huzzah! I've returned with said pieces. Ta-da! So, definitely not as original, but it's been played with. I mean, who wouldn't play with this thing in the early 2000s? So, that's probably as much as I'm going to get done in this first part of the video. We will continue to do some cleaning, and then I've got to find a few missing pieces. I have 17 days to get this back to its owner. There's a local event here called Nick's Bricks, specifically held at the museum. This is from one of the presidents of the Railroad Association. He runs the miniature railroad track that's in town, and this is his personal train. So he's going to bring this back to the museum for the Nick's Bricks display. So I've got 17 days roughly to clean this and find the missing pieces and get it back to its owner, because it's gonna go on display. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the channel today, guys. Have yourselves a good day.